Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, a.k.a. Pretty Red ENT. I'm just sending love and light out into the whole entire world. Okay, if no one told you they loved you today, just know the Goddess Nikita loves you today. Okay? Like, period, point, blank. All right, guys. So today I kind of want to do a little a world news update on what's going on around the world. I had a very interesting conversation. Shout out to my guy who in class with me in statistics. You know, we'd be mathing together, but in general, he was telling me, because he's from Ethiopia, and he was telling me that right now they're going around the government and killing people because of their religious beliefs. Okay, guys, this is not cool at all. Shots fired. Not one bit is this cool, current, or in general popular at all. I'm just, I feel the way I feel about it, but it is what it is, okay? So I kind of wanted to talk to you about it and bring awareness, because I'm wondering to myself, how is it possible that the government is killing people for what they believe in? Okay, I don't care, and this is the thing that I probably upset most spiritual people about. I don't care what this person believes in. If you are real pure love and you're about love and light, I'm going to rock with you. It's the moment that you you try to do something to me, or I'm not going to make you feel bad for what you believe in. There's some spiritual people that do that. Okay, guys, I'm just not that person. I've never been that person. I won't be that person. I'm just not that person. I'm not that spiritual person. I'm that spiritual person hey, whatever you might believe in, this person might be your guide to get there. Who am I to say that Jesus is or isn't the way? He's not a guide. Okay, I'm not that person. I'm not that person that's going to sit there to the government, kill these people because they believe in Jesus. I'm not going to do that. Because that's the same thing that they did to Jesus. That's the same thing that they've been doing to people in general, my natives to this land. This is what they've been doing to us. The government's been killing us way before time because of what we believe in. So why would I sit up there and allow something like this to else happen, and this isn't what happened for real? You feel me? I'm just not that person. I won't ever be that person. Okay? In general, I don't know who told you what, when, where, and how, but me, Kita G, Pretty Red T, Goddess Nikita, I'm not going to sit up there and tell someone, because you believe in Jehovah, that is wrong. I'm not that spiritual person. I'm not that person to ever tell you what you believe in is wrong. Because it could be right for you, because this is your culture. I can't tell you something that's right for your culture. Just like some people are oh, you believe in voodoo, you're not gonna. I'm but there's a lot of people that do. And they don't. I'm confused on what's going on. I'm not going to say that voodoo is incorrect. I'm not going to say this is that. But they're over there in Ethiopia killing people, and which I need to pay attention to for real. Ethiopia is the only one that I feel in my heart that hasn't been colonized. And people some people, I'm not from over there, but what I'm saying too is they go by their own calendar system. They ain't been westernized with their calendar system, guys. Technically speaking, it's 2015. And if you're talking about astrology, and most people was hey, what were you doing in 2015? Why would you be telling us what were we doing in 2015? If this wasn't correct on what they were speaking on, I'm telling you, it's an upgrade to the year. Okay, I experienced it twice. All right, I'm cool with that. But in general, guys, I really feel I need to bring awareness to this, because I don't like the fact of how they're going in over there killing people. He showed me a video clip on TikTok, and they are over there killing people in church. The government is. And it's crazy to me because then it's like, so by you killing this person because they believe in something else other than what you believe in, it's a problem. So it's a branch of Christianity that they're actually targeting. Okay. So to me, I kind of feel like, okay, so you're targeting these people. What does this solve? You just killed 30 people. What does this solve? If anything, the only thing you're going to really do is make people run back to what you're saying is incorrect and you're killing them for. Okay? Like, I really, I gotta make sure that I emphasize this because people don't understand. Like, I don't like to see anything crazy go on. I just don't. I don't like to see anything go on that's like, that doesn't make any sense. But in general, the main thing that really bothers me is that people will sit up there and be okay and all right with it because one thing for sure and two things for certain, you know, with that being said, with, you know, Ethiopia, and that's Africa, like everything stems from Africa. Everything starts from Africa. So what happens is we have to bring awareness to like the things that's going on in the world and pay attention. Because if the government system is coming after Ethiopia that way, what's to say that this ain't happening? This won't be happening everywhere in the world. Guys, like just for what you believe in. Okay, like, because little do spiritual people know, because if you know the history of this land, I'm not speaking of anybody else's land, I'm speaking of this land. The history of this land is basically they were killing Indians, natives, for their spirituality, for their spiritual practice. So imagine y'all being spiritual and they start taking y'all out because of that. You know what I'm saying? Or them coming after like people who are Christians or people who believe in Jesus. That would hurt my heart to see somebody get shot down because they believe in Jesus. Nah, that ain't right. That don't sit right with me. I cannot tell you in spirituality, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to ridicule someone because arrive them out because they believe in Jesus. Who says that Jesus is not the way? But who says Jehovah isn't the way? Who says voodoo isn't the way? You feel me? Who says Hinduism isn't the way? Like, a lot of times y'all gotta wake up and pay attention to our government is provoking some of the things when it comes to religion. People are religion. That some of your basing, your training, how you talk, how you act is based on religion. Guys, like this is a part of you. However you feel about religion is a part of you. Like, hey, you know, I feel like I always been spiritual. Like I don't want to. What I always used to tell people, I don't want to sit up there and I don't want to be connected to. I don't like to be under set rules. I like to be free. I just don't like it. I will never like it. And the main thing I would really want to people to know is I don't like it to be free. Okay, guys? Like, I personally like to be free when it comes to thinking of who I can and cannot believe in. Believe it. Just like when I'm hearing spiritual people talk about, oh, Jesus isn't real. Okay, we know his name is Yahweh, Yeshua, whatever you want to say it. It's the same thing. Is it getting to the same person? Yes, guys. It's getting to the same person. I don't know about, oh, this is that. Okay, well, my ancestors never thought Jesus was white. So I'm really confused on why y'all thinking that my ancestors or your ancestors was dumb. Stop saying this narrative. Your ancestors never thought that Jesus was white. They ain't stupid. They know Jesus. If Jesus supposedly came from Africa and Jesus is Hebrew, they know Jesus was black. So why y'all sit over here painting this narrative that y'all ancestors was dumb? Mine wasn't. Mine's clearly say when my ancestors hear people say, and I'll go and I'm reading my ancestors, I get a very hard rattle. They're like, like, I ain't dumb. I never prayed to no white Jesus. I don't know who told you that. I don't care what image they put up. I never prayed to a white Jesus. And, you know, I'm tapped in spiritually, so I can see some of my family members' faces. Jesus. It's crazy because imagine somebody like you never met, but you know. You feel me? Like, hey, that's somewhat of your ancestor team. Like some people you know, some people you don't, but you know that they're related to you. And they be looking at me like, you think I'm playing with you? Like, I'm not playing with you. What's wrong with them? Like, something is wrong. I'm not about to sit up there and tell you I believe in something and I believe it the way how you're talking about it. I never thought, even when I was a little kid, that Jesus was white. It never made sense. So at any time, if you're an African-American person or a black person speaking and you thought that Jesus was white, then I'm going to have to question your thinking. At that point, I shut down because some people don't make sense. You don't make logical sense, guys. Make it make sense. I will not allow you to come over here, talk this spirituality stuff to me, and you mean to tell me that you thought that Jesus was white. Okay, like I never knew that Jesus was white, so that's really concerning to me. Okay, so the one thing I want to say that is true, guys, like I really don't think our government should be killing people for their religion that they believe in. Now, over there, they have been doing it in India. I did study world religion last semester. They had the Hindus and the Muslims beefing. I'm like, man, this sounds the same story as is what's going on in America. Besides, it's going over here, but they're doing it in a different way. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like you literally sit over here telling these people that they can't get eggs, but this is what they do for their religion. Over there, Andy. It's crazy. Like, I just, guys, I'm just bringing awareness to some of the things that's going around in the world. Like, yes, them killing people in Ethiopia for what they believe in, that needs to stop, bro. Like, just because these people believe in Jesus, let these people be happy and let them praise whoever they want to praise. God, why do you have to take everything for people? Like, this does not make any sense on why if you're a government official, why what someone believes in bothers you. You should be trying to change the world and not change people's beliefs, systems on what makes them happy. Because if you talk about like psychology and different things like that, which I studied that, guys, like some of the things of like how people act, think, and if they're going through depression, most black people of color, this is in the books. This ain't no lie, made up facts, what I'm talking about. Guys, it's in the books. This is what they teach. Most black people, they turn to spirituality, religion. So you mean to tell me if a person going through major depression can go to God and go to Jesus and now they feel like they've been delivered? Why would you take that from someone and tell them, oh, what you're believing in is wrong? You're so wrong. Doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, I have a theory on that. Feel me? I have a whole theory. And then when you talk to most spiritual people, even like if you're going over like, you know, shout out to my guy, Kyle Gray. I love Kyle Gray. He's a very spiritual inclined person. But if you read his books or you buy any of his tarot decks or he ain't got tarot decks. He do got Oracle. I don't know if he got tarot, but I know he got Oracle decks. And most of his angel decks have Jesus in there. Jesus is in there. Most people who do oracle decks they're doing like spiritual guides, spiritual people of light. Jesus is listed in there as one of the greatest teachers. And every deck that I have ever seen own, Jesus is listed in there, guys, as a spiritual guide. And what's so crazy is I grew up Hebrew Israelite. I remember my grandma was talking. I was like, man, you know what sounds so crazy to me is that they talk about the story about Jesus, but Jesus sounds like this person. And my grandma said, this ain't going to be nice, but what I'm for to tell you, but don't tell nobody I told you this, because they are the same person. Besides, we consider Jesus as his own prophet. We don't consider Jesus as someone, you know, we consider him as a prophet like we do everyone else in the Bible. So just like the prophet Elijah, Jesus is the same prophet in Hebrew. And I'm like, oh, so it's not like they're glorifying Jesus. They're like, hey, this is what Jesus came here on this earth. This is what Jesus did. He made a very good impact when it comes to religion and this and that. And this is how I got taught Jesus from a pup. So at some point, I question people, even some people in spirituality, who's to say that Jesus didn't live? How do you know that Jesus didn't live and didn't do? I mean, hold on. How do you know that Jesus didn't live? How do you know that? Who's to say that that is correct? Who's to say that it isn't correct? You telling someone as a spiritual person, you're beating them down because someone believes in Jesus. Are you technically really even doing your job at this point moving forward? You feel me? Because if your point in the part of spirituality is not about convincing other people to believe in what you believe in, that's not what spirituality is about. And if you think that's what it's about, then maybe you need to go back and redo this over again, guys. Like, for real. Like, and think about what I'm saying. Spirituality, you're not supposed to beat someone up. You're not supposed to do what most people feel like Christian people do. You're not supposed to be like, oh, you gotta believe in this, you gotta believe in that, you gotta believe in this, you gotta believe in that, that's what you're doing. You're doing the same thing that Christians do to y'all. Why return that energy back? Why not just give it to the universe? You know what? That's all right. Especially when the person come in and say that. I was like, well, who's to say that I don't believe in Jesus? That's the way I know. Who's to say that Jesus is not my spiritual guide? I take Jesus all day and tomorrow. If you talking about Jesus did all this stuff, I'm taking Jesus. Write him out. That's my guide. Take Jesus right there. 500. I take all my money, put it on Jesus. And one thing I do know, baby, we could talk that talk. You feel me? Like, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Because you might not know Jesus might be on my spiritual team. You might not know I might be related to the real Jesus. You don't know that, bro. Like, the whole thing is that you don't know this. But if we're all connected, then we're all connected. So who's to say if you deny Jesus to live, that means you deny yourself to live. So I don't know. I'm not saying that, hey, Jesus lived. Hey, they got a tomb for that man. Jesus lived. Y'all believe in ancient, what's that? You believe in ancient Egypt people, you know, like you believe in Kemet, all of them. So why would you not believe in God? Like Jesus. Oh, the Cleopatra tomb is over here. Well, Jesus' tomb is over there. What you got to say about that? Okay. Oh, you believe in Isis? She lived. You believe in Nefertiti? She lived. So what about Jesus? Jesus has the same tomb over there. What's that? So it's really like, at some point, it's really like, okay, well, and then that too, and if you want to look at it on a scientific level, okay, at 33, you get your Christ conscious. Feel me? So at some point, why the hell would they call this Christ conscious? And it's strong and it's powerful. If you ain't turned 33 yet, you're about to turn 33. Yeah, you're going to go through some changes. You might, if you're like really in tune and you ready to heal when 33 come, yeah, you're going to be really tapped into your spiritual gifts. They get turned on at 33. If they ain't been turned on, they really in heightened, like, you know that they own. Cause that's what happened with me. Like, I was just basically just living life. Like, I'm not saying that I wasn't always tuned in. Yes, I was very tuned in to me, myself, and I. But what I'm telling you is that, how how could I put it to you? At 33, it got real. Like everything. I heard everything. I didn't miss nothing, not a beat. I was just aware of all my spiritual gifts. It just came in, and it was very, very strong. It wasn't like, hey, this is nope. It was there. I was freaking out. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, they say, hey, you don't freak out. They lie. I was freaking out. And I'm an Aries, and I don't really freak out that much. I was freaking out. Like, what's going on? Right? But I'm not too messed up about it. And I always tell people that, like, hey, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in what I believe in. You can't change that. Like, yes, I'm a spiritual person. And yes, I do believe Jesus is a spiritual guy. You have a problem with that? We can go to battle. We can go to war. You do you, and I do me, and we'll see who wins. Okay? But at the same time, I don't, like, who's to say that God Shiva isn't a spiritual guy? Who's to say Buddha isn't a spiritual guy? Who's to say Buddha isn't the way? Y'all gotta understand something. Denying Jesus is denying everyone. Hey, you're denying Buddha. You're denying God Shiva. You're denying all these ancient people who lived here before us, and they considered them gods, bro. Like, you're denying them. Like, you're denying other cultures. Like, I'm not going to sit up there and say, hey, you know what, this culture, well, Jesus is the way for your culture. It might not be the way for you. It might not. I can't be mad at you if you don't believe in Jesus. I can't be mad if you don't believe in Yah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't believe in Yahweh, Yahshua, HaMashiach. Like, no, I can't be mad if you don't believe in Jehovah. That's not what I'm here for. Like, hey, like, guys, like, the only thing that really matters, people, is love. What they're doing right now over there in Ethiopia is not love, bro. That is like killing people, like killing our people. Like, I believe, like, yes, we all came from Africa. This is our people. Whether or not, some people have their own opinion, that ain't got nothing to do with right now, man. They over there, the government is killing people for believing in their religious beliefs. This should not be going on. This should not be happening. I don't care where at, what kind of law was put down. Like, no, that shouldn't be there. You're controlling things. Like, this is not a control system. Like, this should not, like, what you believe in should not be controlled at all from no government. Y'all supposed to be fixing stuff. What are you fixing this religion? You killing people is doing what? It's not doing anything. That's bothering me. But it's not, I had to bring awareness to it because I did promise my guy friend in class that I would bring awareness to it. But I did want to talk about it, guys, because this is what's going on right now in the world. Like, boom, prime example. If y'all listen to my first episodes, I told y'all it's going to be some crazy stuff for to happen. I was just talking to someone on the phone last week. And let me tell y'all something. When I tell people certain stuff and they be like, oh, nah, that ain't wrong, but I know it's right. I said, bruh, some people know how to phone home. That's that ET stuff. Y'all don't understand ET. Come home, phone home. Y'all ain't watched that movie? Because I did. But when I say that, like, phone home, ET phone home, let me tell y'all what I told this young man, okay? I told him, I said, a particular spiritual person, they got him. He's like, well, he's already dead. I don't know if he's already dead or not, but what I can say to you, which I know to be a fact, is that man phoned home correctly. There's a lot of chosen people that's been phoning home. What do y'all think's about to happen? They done had what? 3 little UFOs hit the sky. You don't think that they actually really took them down, right? Like, I just want to throw that out there. There's no evidence that this UFO is down and we got to see the pictures of it down. No, baby, pay attention to what's really going on. It's about to get real. Like, I'm about to tell y'all, like, we are about to get invaded. It's too bad out here, bro. There's too many highly spiritual beings. They're attacking too many of them for them not to come out. Okay, guys, like, they got to come out. It is what it is. But I said this in the beginning of my podcast. If y'all was listening to 2023, y'all finna experience some things, bro, that haven't been experienced in a very long time. Hey, some people like, well, maybe they're just trying to get us ready for war. Like, no, bruh. What's going on is certain people phoned home. They took a few people out that we're not supposed to take out. Okay, there's rules and regulations to certain stuff. If y'all know about the universal galaxy and the rules to that, to be able to travel, they took a few people out on here on Mother Earth that they were not supposed to take out. And there's been a lot of people that came here to actually help Mother Earth, and yet they are still doing crazy ass stuff that they're not supposed to be doing right now currently to Mother Earth. So guess what happens, guys? Somebody got to pay for that. People know how to phone home. And when I talk to people all the time, I'm like, I know what I called home and said, like, hey, these people way too far gone for me. I need to get up out of here. And, they like, hey, you can't leave just yet, but there's been visions I've seen. There's been things I've just been just listening to. But there's also, there are a few spiritual people that are seeing the same exact things that I know. Predictions. Guys, my predictions ain't missed yet. Like I told that young man, I was like, all right. I said, that man that God that you claiming he did, I don't think he gone yet. But what I will tell you, that man phoned home. He did not skip around, beat the bush. He phoned home. So guess what's about to happen? Y'all about to see. It's about to be an invasion. And people are going to be like, oh my gosh, who are these people? Like, They knew what it was. I'm telling y'all, like, from what I see, it's time to pack up the bags and go home, baby. But then I feel like some part, like, we need to leave here. All black people are people who ain't racist. You might got to leave the United States if you ain't trying to get taken down. The United States, you know what? I forgot that lady's name. She's a comic, but she was on some show where she wasn't being comic-y. She wasn't laughing and joking. She said, America owe black people. If they don't pay up, it will go down. There's no way in around it. And I keep saying that. It's been said for a very long time. George Floyd woke that up. They owe reparations, then they better pay it now. And it ain't just to certain, it's to all the African-American black families that's been here. They owe that money. Stop trying to play us like, oh, y'all. No. This is going down if they do not pay us our reparations. Do y'all understand what's going on? It's too much bad blood on our land. Our land. Okay? So I'm just letting y'all know, but it is going to be, I kept seeing, I remember I was talking to my little cousin, she was saying that she's seen aircrafts coming down too and different things like that. I could have sworn that plane that just crashed, they were having a show down there in Texas. I could have sworn that they hit a UFO and they covered that up. Y'all can't tell the stuff that's going on in the sky. Like, everything's coming down. Like, the Matrix is over with. They already know it's over with. And I feel like they only allowing black people to wake up, guys. You got to understand something. Don't be offensive. They only want the African-American people to wake up for a reason. Okay? Because they feel like, hey, we wake them up, they're going to protect this land. And when you wake us up, it would be funny that we just be like, you know what? We're out. This is your consequence. We're out, bro. Like, y'all doing too much foul stuff. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm out, bro. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just out. And this is real. Guys, like, I'm telling y'all, like, I feel very confident. And when I say that, like, I feel like, yeah, they want to know, yes, the divine film, we are God. We are Mother Earth. Okay? Our hair grows like the sun. Black women. Feel me? Like, I throw my hair out. Like, my hair just, it's curly. Like, y'all gotta understand some things, guys. Like, and this ain't no offense, because I love white people. Don't get it twisted, like, at all. Like, I don't have no discrimination. I see everybody as energy. But right now, when I'm talking to all people in general. You feel me? Like, if you ain't racist, you ain't doing nothing to harm a certain particular color of people, which are black people that gets harmed a lot just because of their skin color. Okay, they owed down for the way that they treated us. First of all, we was never slaves. Two, we just wanted peace, and we gave y'all what y'all wanted, and you still wanted more. This is what they talk about over there overseas. Oh, America's greedy. What do you mean America's greedy? Guys, and then I just was watching something on TikTok. Y'all know I'm a TikTok junkie. I was watching something on TikTok, and it was saying, when Africans come over here, this is what they were saying, because some girl was on TikTok, started a trend, saying, why y'all ain't come over here and rescue us? And one girl was like, well, the reason why, for real, you want to be honest, she kept it so plain and raw that I was like, damn. Hold on, let me clap for that. I'm going to go back and find that clip so that way I can play it for y'all. Y'all know I love verifying clips with clips. You feel me? Here's the one thing I want to say. The lady was on TikTok and she said, the only people that know that y'all came off slave boats is y'all. We never got told that story. The only story that boats that came here that left with people here was Musa from Mali. Came and left Africa and moved his tribe to America. Okay, now that sounds like a particular tribe. We're not going to go there. But you mean to tell me y'all ain't never heard of somebody stealing slaves? They came over there and boom rushed y'all? Okay. She said what's so crazy is when you come to America, you got to actually read a video. Because the only thing we were taught that lives in America is red people and white people. What? So you never even knew black people was over here. So when did you find out when black people was over here? And this is what she breaks down. She said, you actually got to watch a video. And when you watch this video, the video says the black people live over here. We call them African Americans, and they like to kill each other. And they show an example of black people with a black man with a white t-shirt and blue jeans. Now listen to this story. I said, what? I was like, no, that ain't real. I had to phone a friend. I got a few African friends. Well, let me phone y'all. Do you not know that all my African friends, like, they keep it real with me? Like, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My African friends keep it 100% player real with me. Like, they don't be lying. Like, some Africans be lying, but the Africans I met from, like, Mali, South Africa, I don't really get that vibe from them. Or Zambia, like, you feel me? Like, Nigerian, yeah, they a little suspect. They be scamming. But when it comes to, like, them telling me what they have to do for the requirements to come to America, like, all of them said that this video is real. When I asked them, when I sent them that TikTok, I was like, is this real? I was like, nah, that video real. Like, we never really knew that black people lived in America. This was something new. Like, we wasn't taught that as children. We was only taught that white people and red people live here, not people that look like us. And it's crazy. Like, they leave this, like, why would you put, like, I need to see this video that they let y'all see. Y'all watch. Somebody need to record that video. I told the young man in my class, I said, whoever record that video, they're going to be a millionaire. Yeah, you know you finna come to America, record that video when they teach you about black people living over here. Then put it on TikTok. Yeah, all right. That's the only, you ain't even got to post no other videos. You just post that video. They're going to share that, like it, man. They about to go crazy. I wish I was in that trend. But that's real, guys. That's what really happens. Like, people don't understand something like how would you feel being a black person hearing somebody from a different country say, yeah, I watched the video and we didn't know y'all stayed there? Or you're being told you're African and there's no real proof that you African, but they stole y'all off of land. Like, y'all just came over there, deboed us from our people. Stole over 100,000 people from one continent. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make sense to me. No. And especially knowing that the Caribbeans is black. Are you serious right now? Really? 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 Okay. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it. Hey, you got it, girl. You got it. Like, people don't understand that. Like, hey, I ain't dumb, and I wasn't born yesterday. But some stuff makes sense, some stuff doesn't. And the main thing that doesn't really make sense to me or resonate with my spirit or my soul is basically that. Like, I don't believe that, guys. Like, but a lot of truth is about to get exposed worldwide. Y'all gotta understand something. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna be exposed worldwide. Like, we're on a like the Hunger Games. Like, we're on a show. Like, people are sitting back watching. The United States is really crazy. Way I feel that way. I mean, I know that we're being watched by higher beings. Like, I was just telling this young man last week. I'm like, bro, they over there waiting. They up top, bro. They waiting to come down. They devising a plan. They already know what they finna do. They ain't gonna be able to be stopped. And when people always doubt me, guess what happens? It's like I shoot that 3. It's like the universe said, did you just, that my daughter? Okay. Let me show you how I know she ain't lying. Right in there. Shot it in there. Total 3. Ain't playing no games with you. Like, no lie. Like, people don't understand that. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front to you, but this is real. Real is real and fake is fake. Like, guys, like 3 people are dead and 5 are injured after a shooting at Michigan State University. Y'all ain't paying attention of how they targeting these universities. You got so many racial profiling going on at the university, and now you got people getting shot. Like, I'm telling you, it's the government sending out waves, guys. Like, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I do know, and if you can hear frequency, you know what I'm talking about. They do send out frequency. If you pay attention to like certain noises, certain sounds, and you start noticing how people start acting in this particular area, you know what I'm talking about. I remember one day it was like I heard something craziness, and the next thing I remember after hearing something crazy, I'm like, man, what is that? Next thing I know is like people just start fighting out of nowhere, like just turning around fighting. I'm like, what is going on? Like, the only way to beat this is to really beat this, guys. Like, come up, raise your vibration, do the healing, unlock your stuff. Like, people will tell you, oh, you do this, you unlock this. Hold on, pause. Especially these religious people that's in the government. Are you for real right now? Stop playing with me, bro. You already know the secret codes and stuff. You know what's going on. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, I used to, when I stayed in VA, I dated a lot of Navy men. And I was like, so tell me some conspiracy theories that go on. Man, this dude looked at me eyeball to eyeball and said, a lot of the things you see in the news isn't real. It's just a cover up for something else different. And he gave me a few examples, but I can't tell them because I promised them I would. And if I tell, that they would know that it was him that told this. So I'm going to leave that at that. And I know it's true because it makes sense. And then when you backtrack the information that this young man told me, I did the research on that compared to this. And I'm like, oh, America, go. Like, this is our government. I didn't pay y'all to do this. I didn't put y'all in charge of nothing. If it was my choice right now for government, all of them would be out. Anybody that's been in there longer than 3 years, out. We need all new people. As a matter of fact, let's take new people out. Take this circulation out. Do what we need to do and cut it out because it ain't working. The system is not working. It's broken. It's broken. It's broken. It's not working. So what do you do when things are not working? Get rid of it. Start over new. Let's start fresh. Let's do a fresh cycle. Take this money system out. Everybody got the same amount of money now. Everybody should be living in a house. No one should be living in an apartment, a townhome. None of that. Everyone should have a house the way how they want it to be built. All of that. Then this is how people create and be who they are and they destined to be. Hey, take out the system. The system isn't working. It's broken. Y'all lied. We already discovered that y'all lied. Y'all been lying. Y'all continue lying. The difference is people are waking up. It's a conscious year. The stuff that they probably usually can hide, they can't hide that now. At all. I was just watching it on TikTok. Some girl says she astral project herself to Area 51 and boom, she was blasted back in her spiritual body. She said, but I felt the same thing in my human body. Whatever that is, they know, they detect and know when people are astral projecting. What type of stuff? What the wicked? What? Nah, guys, like y'all gotta wake up. Please wake up to what's really going on. And if you're paying attention, they own Ethiopia now. This government, this new president over there, he's killing people because of their religious beliefs. In India, they're fighting the same battle over there on the east side of the world. It's pretty soon, some things is a ripple effect. Hey, the American government was doing it before. Are they targeting spiritual people now? Yes. They done got a few spiritual people like, boom, 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 boom. Like, come on, at some point, you got to stop killing people. Oh, you want to kill people because they're waking people up to who they're going to be, but you need us woke. Because if we're not woke, that means that whoever coming in here to save the day for us, for real, the spiritual people and for the spiritual beings, whoever's coming in, our ancestors and our angels and our actual body, who we really are, coming in for us, because they teamed up, it's over with. It's over with. I keep telling people, like, it's over with. It's no battle. It's not a void. It's set in stone. It was already written. You can't unwrite something that was written. The only thing you do is delay. When you undo something that's written and you try to go back, the only thing you do is delay it. It will happen. It might not happen the day that you think it's going to happen, but it will happen. That's the only difference between this and that. Guys, like, real talk, like, I'm just bringing awareness to different stuff that goes on in the atmosphere, the universe, guys. Like, our owning can be a beacon of light for you all. But this is just me helping y'all out for real, and talking with y'all. This is what's going on in the world news today. Like, guys, like, hey, a distraction. You got Rihanna over here, preggo. Shout out to my babe. I knew she was pregnant. It's crazy. Rihanna pregnant. And she do a whole performance. It looked like all ASAP Rocky's sperm count is just went to her, got her. Like, I mean, whoever made that joke was funny. But actual reality, guys, like, real talk, like, I really feel like sometimes they do use celebrities to keep us busy. Like, for an example, Jason Lee's, I don't know if I'm saying his name right or wrong. I'm sorry if I am. But his name, Jason Lee, he, in Hollywood Access, he was having a conversation with Christina Rock. He interviewed Christina Rock and Blueface after Cardi. He said that he was at a party with a vice president of the United States, and everybody in the party was talking about Blueface and Chrisean. That should not saying that, hey, they shouldn't be talked about. Okay, guys, that ain't what I'm talking about. Pay attention. Like, when y'all be seeing Chrisean and them going in the internet flying high, super high, watch what's going on behind in the government stuff. Oh, but they don't talk about when the people was over there rallying for us to get reparations. I remember this lady was like, well, we're going to get reparations as if we actually rallied for her. Honey, they on Washington, D.C. right now rallying. What are you talking about? Oh, this is what they're talking about on TikTok, and this is why they took some of those videos down. It's because everybody on those videos is like, where's everybody in our government? They're not there. Where are they at? Because they're not there. It's like dead silence over there in D.C. Like, what? What do you mean they're not there? People stop rallying because they weren't there. It's pointless. So that's what I keep telling people, like, you know, pay attention to what's really going on, guys. Like, it's so much. Like, it's going to be a lot. I'm telling y'all, by May, y'all about to see some crazy stuff go on. Okay? You're going to be like, what if you was not a believer of things that are not in the matrix, that are not normal to your human eyes? You're going to be shocked by May about the things that your eyes are going to witness because you never seen it before. You never believed in it. So I always tell people, like, hey, if you're waking up on a spiritual journey or you're becoming more conscious, my only advice I have to you, the number one advice is everything that you learned, throw it out the window. Relearn everything else. Figure out what resonates with you, your spirit, how you feel about learning it. I'm telling you, there's certain things that, hey, I learned from family members, friends, school, but it does not resonate with me. It never resonated with me. But I just let it go. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure out what this is. For real. I'm going to figure out what this is. And once I figured out what it was, I'm like, all right, well, cool. That's perfect. That's fine. That's dandy. But I'm telling you guys, like, pay attention. Because I was telling that guy I was talking to last week, I told him, I said, I know something else going on because, baby, I can feel it. If I'm being called to meditate, but I'm being called to meditate a certain way, yeah, baby, there ain't no... It's over. It's end game, guys. Like, I don't... Me and a few other spiritual people, they know what I'm talking about when I say end game, guys. I don't want to scare y'all at all because I don't want y'all to be scared because I keep telling y'all, get your heart right. There's going to be a siren being called. Okay? And the people who are there to gather the people up to take them to where they're going to go to this new planet, your heart got to be open. Just because you know this person, they cannot take you if your heart's not open. You will not be able to make it to the new planet, guys. Your heart has to be open. Forgive. Whoever you need to forgive, forgive them. Let that shit go. Okay? Love just because you can. Love on purpose. Give because you can. It's Valentine's Day, guys. Give something. Give something to somebody that you know might not receive anything for Valentine's Day. Like, no lie. Like, just give because you can. Don't give because you know you're going to get something back. Give because you really can. Guys, get ready. I'm telling y'all, like by May, maybe even June, y'all finna see what I'm talking about. Well, if you didn't believe, if you were a non-believer, you will now be a believer. But you're going to see what everybody's talking about spiritually, like especially some of the spiritually inclined people, some of the people who can actually sit there and do predictions. Yeah, all right. 2023 is going to get real. It's going to get real for a reason, but y'all ain't ready for that talk either. But I just wanted to like keep y'all up and bring awareness to, and for everybody, if you listen to this, if you listen to it, send some love, send some healing, send prayers out, like that they stop killing people over there in Ethiopia. I don't care who you are. I don't feel like people should die for what they believe in or their religion. What makes them happy? What makes them spiritually conscious? What makes their spirit calm down? No one should have to die because of that. I'm sorry. I'm just not that person. I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, Jesus doesn't work and Jesus worked for them. Hey, you got stories, you got testimonies, Jesus worked. Who am I to tell you that it doesn't? Who am I to tell someone, hey, Lord Shiva is not the way? Like how people believe in Jesus. I would never tell somebody who believes in Lord Shiva, like, oh, you're wrong. You're just totally wrong. I wouldn't do that. Because Lord Shiva, if you actually know what Lord Shiva is and like what Lord Shiva stands for, it's like, man, I mess with Lord Shiva. Like, what? Like, he lit. He, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the same. But I'm not that person to tell someone that what they believe in is incorrect. I will never be that person. I can't be that person, guys. Like, I'm sorry if you thought this was that podcast. I'm like, it's not. I'm a spiritual being. Spirituality is that we're all at the table. No one's better than nobody. But we do have guides. We have ascended masters. Jesus is an ascended master. Whether you want to believe it or not, like, I don't know what story you read about Jesus, but most spiritual people who make decks of cards, overseas spiritual people believe like Jesus is a guide and they treat Jesus that way. So at some point, I just really feel like people need to tap in, return back to them, and do what they need to do and make sure you stay focused because it's about to get real, guys. Like, y'all about to see what's going on. Like, listen, look at the spots where they shot these UFOs down. Have y'all seen pictures of it on the ground? Because I ain't seen no pictures on the ground. If you've seen pictures on the ground, send them to me. I want to see what it looked like on the ground because, America take pictures of everything. They keep everything. Like, this is why I don't believe that they came and got us off slave boats, because where the hell is this damn slave boat at, and why this ain't being talked about, and why we ain't go visit this in high school. This slave boat is supposed to be at an art museum. Y'all got dinosaur bones in an art museum, but you ain't got no slave boat in an art museum, in a museum in general. Doesn't make sense. That don't make sense to me at all. If you keep everything else, why wouldn't you keep this slave boat to be proof that you brought slaves over? That's because we was already here. Okay. It's inevitable. If you cross history, Man Musa left out, discovered America way before Christopher Columbus did. Cross-reference me if you think I'm lying. Google. But did it want to explain, because if that was the case, then I could have sworn Haiti was black. I could have sworn Jamaica's black. So you mean to tell me there's black people over here, but there was no black people over here in America? Doesn't make any sense. All right. That's my story. And that's what I'm sticking to. I'm rooting for everybody to win. Okay. But I'm rooting for us. It's our time, guys. It's our time to shine. It's our time to wake up. It's our time to do what we need to do. But I think that they trying to wake us up to try to get us to protect this land. Like, some of us is off with it. You got a lot of spiritual people nah, bro, we cool. We'll talk to our peoples, whether they woke or not. We'll get them up out of here. They deal with that. You got to deal with your raptor, what you did to people's ancestors and different things to people who actually is from this planet. Okay, because when you talk about an earth angel, you're talking about somebody who's an angel that's from earth. That means they're reincarnated. They're from here. So you got to be very careful with dealing with those type of people because they're from here. Okay, and they're okay with that. They're here to help out, but you can't really cross no earth angel. Like that's really like crossing Mother Earth, and like you live in her avatar. You think you're gonna be all right? That's dumb. If I was you, I hold that out and I wait it out. But for real, guys, like make sure you tap in. Make sure y'all bring awareness. Tell them like to stop, share it on social media. Stop killing in Ethiopia. You feel me? Like guys, like please do that. Like I really appreciate it if you do. If you don't, just send love and like guys. And if you don't do that, you ain't got to do it because it doesn't resonate with you. But I'm just asking for myself because I would want people to speak about awareness, especially like when there's like, hey, killing black people, stop killing black people. Y'all seen Africa stepped up this time. Hey, stop killing the black people. Y'all killing black people. Send them over here. Send them back home. This is where you said we was from. Give us our money and send us back home. Okay? We want money from the time you took us because that's basically the time you owe us. So you owe us there, but you send money back to Africa, but you don't give money to us. This doesn't make sense. We're here. That's because we were already here. You're trying to insult us, bruh. Like you're trying to, America, you owe debt for taking us that was never taken. Like we was never taken technically. What? No. Some things don't make sense. Some things do. But guys, make sure you tap in. Make sure you do what you got to do. But please, guys, bring awareness to them killing people over there in Ethiopia for what they believe in, their religious belief. The government is actually going inside churches and shooting people in a church. That's crazy to me. And then at some point, like I was telling him, I was like, why they ain't go back in there? If they know they're killing people in churches, why not just stay in your house? Like people can't tell you what you can believe in, what you praying to in your house. How do you know? I was like, how do you know who I'm praying to? You don't. Only way they would know is if you tell them. So at some point, like, I just feel like some people just need to mind their own business, guys. Real talk. But, guys, tune in, tap in. Don't allow nobody to scare you off. But, guys, this is the world news cap for me. What I'm talking about with the world news, make sure y'all tap in and zoom in. You know what I'm saying? Like wire. But make sure you tap in. Like, Google search Ethiopia on TikTok. You see what I'm talking about? You be like, dang, yeah, like it's crazy. They over there killing people. They killing our people. Our people. In 2015. It's not 2023, guys. It's 2015, by the way. I'd rather it be 2015 than 2023. All right, guys. This is the Pretty Red ENT Show. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all go follow me on my webpage at theprettyredentshow.podbean.com. I know if I send you a link, you'll be like, hey, it's making me open another app. That is to get to the link to my actual webpage where you can come view me live, come speak to me live, actually dial in, call in, and, just chit chat with me. Other than that, guys, like for real, just tune in, tap in. Make sure if you listen to me, I'm on all major platforms. I'm on Amazon, iHeartRadio. I'm on, Spotify. I'm on YouTube. I do upload episodes of YouTube. My social media team be all over it, guys. And please believe, whether you listen to it or not, like share with someone. They might need to hear it. You might not know that. Just because you don't listen to my podcast doesn't mean that the person that you're sitting next to doesn't need to listen to my podcast. Okay, guys, like tune in, tap in, but make sure you go follow me on IG, or you can come follow me on Snapchat at the Pretty Red ENT. No, Snapchat is Pretty Red ENT with 2 fire signs. I thought it was 3, but it was 2. But come follow me, chit chat with me, vibe with me, one a good time. But I'm sending y'all love and light out into the world. And if no one told you they love you today, know that God is the key to love you. And I really mean it. All right, guys. Like, thanks for tuning in to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita. Okay.